A viral moment at a Jelly Roll concert had everyone talking recently, not about the music, but about a security guard who quit his job on the spot. The incident captured on video at the North Dakota State Fair shows the guard standing up for a handicapped fan in a wheelchair who he had allowed to move to the front for a better view. When his supervisor demanded he move the fan behind the barricade where he couldn't see, the guard refused, took off his vest, and walked off the job. The video instantly blew up, and now he's speaking out about the incident, revealing the full story behind why he really quit and the exact words that were exchanged. This all went down during the North Dakota State Fair recently. Like any big outdoor concert, there's a barricade separating the crowd from the stage area. According to a TikTok video from a fan, a young man in a wheelchair had positioned himself in front of that barricade. His reasoning was simple. He just wanted to be able to actually see the show. Now, from behind the barrier, his view would have been completely blocked. He wasn't hurting anyone, he wasn't blocking an exit, he was just a fan trying to enjoy the concert like everyone else. And for a moment, it seemed to be fine. But then, a supervisor showed up. The original TikTok user who posted the video explained the whole situation in her caption, quote, "This security guard with his hand up ended up quitting shortly after I stopped recording because his boss told him he needed to have the young man in the wheelchair back behind the gate where he couldn't see. The security guard told him no, and his boss said he was fired, so he took off his vest and threw it at him and told him he quit. Was the coolest thing besides getting to actually see Jelly again. He deserves so much more than that." Another video shot by a different concert goer shows the actual interaction. You can see the guard, who we now know is named Tony, talking with the supervisor. The conversation gets tense, and then Tony takes off his orange security vest, tosses it at his boss, grabs his stuff, and just walks away. The crowd around him seems to pick up on what was happening, and you can feel the support for his decision. The story quickly blew up, and it didn't take long for it to reach Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny. She commented on the original video, trying to get in touch with the security guard. Thanks to the power of social media, Tony was identified pretty quickly. But before Jelly and Bunny could track him down, Tony spoke out himself to give his side of the story. In an interview with KMOT, he filled in the blanks about what happened leading up to that moment. Now, Tony said he was originally working security in the pit, but was later moved to the front of the stage. He claims that when he was moved, he was told he no longer needed to keep people away from the barricade. So when he saw the fan in the wheelchair struggling to see, he decided to help him out and let him come to the front. His logic was pretty straightforward. He told them, if they don't mind if people are there, this fella needs to be where he can see. So he was just trying to do a good deed to help a fan have a better experience. But his supervisor didn't agree. The State Fair's general manager later said that having the fan in front of the barricade violated their protocol, which requires a barrier between the stage and the fans at all times. But what really pushed the situation over the edge wasn't just a disagreement over protocol. It was the way the supervisor allegedly handled it. According to Tony, the confrontation was about more than just where the fan was standing. It became personal. This is what led him to quit. He explains what his boss allegedly said to him right before he walked off. Tony stated, "My boss came up to me and he said I wasn't doing my job and that I was incompetent. And that was the breaking point. It wasn't just about being told to move a fan. It was about being called incompetent for showing a little bit of compassion. So when his boss reportedly threatened to fire him for refusing the order, Tony took matters into his own hands, quit on the spot, and became somewhat of an internet hero in the process. He chose to stand by his decision to help a fan rather than follow an order that he believed was wrong, especially after allegedly being insulted for it." Now, no word yet on whether Bunny or Jelly have been able to get in contact with Tony yet, but if they haven't already, I'm sure it won't be long. Looking forward to that special interaction. Let me know what you think about this situation down in the comments.